Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the panel for Rogue One, a Star Wars story at Star Wars Celebration Europe. Please welcome to the celebration stage your host, Gwendolyn Christie.
Is everyone excited to be at Star Wars Celebration? Excited. You all look amazing. This is my first Star Wars celebration, and I get to be here not just a fan, but on this stage for the first time while we introduce Rogue One, which is the first Star Wars standalone story. Introducing President and Producer, President of Lucasfilm, it's Kathy Kennedy. Director Gareth Edwards. Head of the Lucasfilm Story Group, KIRI HART. And Executive Producer John KNOLL. Okay, it's very exciting. How come London?
You know, the amazing thing is, first of all, I want to say we could not be more thrilled, not only to be here today, but to be celebrating 40 years since A New Hope was made in London. We have Lucasfilm people here. We have crew from Episode 8 as well as Rogue One. So it is a genuine Star Wars celebration. A Star Wars story, you know, the thing is, we have this amazing opportunity to be able to tell stories inside this incredible universe. And in the past, all the Star Wars movies have been made as either sequels, prequels, and now we can have these standalone movies that can explore different characters, different places, different planets, different experiences all the way around, and I think that that's something that all of us are extremely excited about.
I mean, I think I'm probably a lot like everybody in this audience in that I watched A New Hope every day growing up until that Betamax tape was completely worn out. And if you told me that one day I'd get to direct this film, I'd never have believed you. Like, I sort of think in some parallel world I'm out there watching me on stage, very jealous, saying, "Shut up, you idiot, I should be doing that." And it's just been the most insane, most surreal experience you could ever have. Every day, just when you think you've had the craziest day in your life, the next day tops it.
Was there a particularly memorable day for you?
There's a million. I guess on one occasion, we were filming, I was with Felicity, and we're in the middle of a shot, and someone just nudged me and said, pointed at this guy in the corner and said, "Do you want to meet Luke Skywalker?" And I looked over and there was Mark Hamill. And I was like, you know when you go up to someone and you're so much in awe of them, I don't know what I said to him. I was trying to be articulate and intelligent, and I don't know what came out. And he was being really sweet and complimentary. And all I was thinking as he was talking to me, I was just looking in my peripheral vision going, please, Lord, someone be taking a photograph of this. Like, no one's going to believe that I met Luke Skywalker. And the problem with this film is you can't talk about it. You can't tell your friends, you can't tell your family anything. And all I wanted to do was go home and go, I met Luke Skywalker. And everyone's like, how was work? And you're like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, actually, this started about 13 years ago when we were shooting Episode 3 in Sydney. And I heard that George and Rick were developing this live-action TV series. And I got thinking about what sort of fun stories you might be able to tell in that episodic format. And I started playing around with this idea, drawn from the opening crawl of 4 of this sort of Mission Impossible style spy mission to steal the Death Star plane.
I think this particular movie is a perfect bridge into these new types of movies that we want to do, because it is it's grounded in this piece of Star Wars history that everyone knows happened. And every Star Wars fan knows that the Death Star plans were stolen. And really, this is just our opportunity to expand on, as John did, that one piece of information to really build out a completely new story, new characters, but yet it's happening in a familiar moment in time on the Star Wars timeline. And so I think it's a really great blend of old and new. And I think Gareth has done an amazing job of visualizing it in a way that feels really fresh.
I would like to present some of the cast of Rogue One. Introducing Diego Luna, Riz Ahmed, Felicity Jones, Donnie, essential to any good Star Wars film is a good villain, a compelling, iconic villain. Star Wars fans, as Director Krennic, Ben Mendelsohn. Last year, I had the incredibly surreal experience of being made into a Star Wars action figure. And today, I would like to welcome you to the club because...
Goodness.
Here is your Jyn Erso action figure.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very, very much. I feel very privileged to have joined the Star Wars doll universe.
This is actually the very first toy being revealed from Rogue One. It's not as good as mine, but, it's great nonetheless.
I don't know, she's got a pretty cool Han Solo gun belt.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, inspired by Han Solo. I feel there's one major difference between Jyn Erso and other Star Wars heroes, Rey and Luke. And that main difference would be that Jyn, she's not a character who's asking, who am I and where have I come from? She very much, we know that about her. We know where she's come from. And that fact is what propels the story and is the beginning of Jyn's journey to find out what her reason is and her course.
Hi everyone. I just want to say I've been waiting for this night for quite a long time. This is actually what got me into the project, the chance to share this energy. It's fantastic. So, yes, I play Cassian Andor, Captain Cassian Andor. And he works for the Rebellion, for intelligence. And the team starts being just the two of them, Jyn and Cassian. But as the story continues, the team grows. And like any team, there's frictions, there's issues, and it's Cassian who has to keep them together. And one of the most important members of this team is a droid, an Imperial droid that is reprogrammed by the rebellion. And his name is K2SO. And he's probably the best friend Cassian has in the rebellion, or the only one.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like being a droid in a Star Wars film?
Cassian reprogrammed him, and he did like a data wipe. And when he reprogrammed him, he's not quite all there. He speaks his mind and says things that, I don't know, can be unsettling and just very honest. And it was great. It was great to play him. There's amazing droids in the Star Wars universe.
Bodhi is a pilot, and he works for the Empire, you know, to earn a living. And like, you know, people work at big organizations, they don't agree with everything they do. But you gotta...
He's maybe...
You don't have to get judgy.
Maybe questioning.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
He's kind of questioning things, and the planet that he is, the city that he is from, is actually an occupied planet, and it's the actions of the Empire and the stuff that he's forced to be involved with over there that kind of makes him question his career counselor.
And Bodhi's home is also where we meet Donnie and Zhang's characters. Baze and Chirrut. Gareth, can you tell us about Jeddah?
Yeah. Jeddah's, I guess the easiest way to explain it is obviously our film takes place in a time where there are allegedly no Jedi remaining. But people still believe in the Force, and they still have that spirituality. And essentially Jeddah's like, I guess, like the Mecca of Star Wars, in that people go on pilgrimages, and the problem is right now is when the story begins is it's an occupied territory by the Empire. And we get sucked into a story that involves these wonderful people to the side here.
And two of the most important characters we meet in Jeddah are Chirrut and Baze. They become crucial to the team and are played by Donnie Yen and Zhang Wen. Donnie, what can you tell us about Chirrut?
I just want to say hi, everybody. I'm Donnie. May the Force be with all of you. I play a blind warrior who lives in the planet Jeddah. I can't see, but I can feel with my heart and believe in the spiritual of the Force. And obviously, me and Zhang Wen we are the baddest fighter from Jeddah. And me and Jan, his character Baze, we are very good friends.
He and me was a partner, and he of course believe in Force, but my character don't believe Force at that time.
We've learned a lot about your character's deeper connection in the Star Wars galaxy. How does he connect to this band of misfits? I think we can definitely call them misfits.
Good to see you all. Saw Gerrera is a rebel fighter. He's been fighting for years against the Imperial occupation. He's a guerrilla fighter. He has been controlling a group of rebels that are out to the extreme. We're talking about that there's a series of different rebel groups that coming together as an alliance, and all of these people are different parts of that. I'm leading my group, which by any means necessary, he'll do what he needs to do in order to save the world. He was trained as a guerrilla fighter, and then he was trained by the Jedi as well.
And I just want to take a moment to say, like, none of this would be happening if it wasn't for George Lucas. The guy's a genius.
We now have have confirmation that your character, Galen Erso, is Jin's father. What else can you tell us?
That's it. No, honestly, it's, as you know, there's a lot of secrecy around the whole thing for good reasons. My character is a person of interest. A lot of things are revolving around him, so it would be like kind of a big spoiler to say too much, but can I say that he's a scientist, and he at one point invented something so beautiful, so fantastic that it might change the universe. That's all I can say. And then I can say, I'm in a Star Wars film. I'm very proud.
Wasn't that amazing? Amazing! Woo! So I've heard that Krennic is a different kind of Imperial villain.
Right. Yes, he is. He's an Australian kind. We do villainy very well. He is smarter, I think, than most of most of his predecessors. He's more inventive. He's perhaps a little sexier than some of them. Not quite as sexy as some of the others.
I don't think we can talk about Star Wars villains without bringing up one name in particular. We do have confirmation that Darth Vader is in Rogue One.
Right, we finished filming in December, and I got straight on a plane to New York to do a voiceover recording with a gentleman called James Earl Jones. Now, I can't tell you what role he plays in the film, because I don't want to give that away.
I'm really excited about this film. I think it looks amazing. And I cannot wait to get into the cinema and see it. Thank you very much to all of you fans who are in the room, all of you who are at home watching on the live feed. Thank you to our incredible filmmakers. Thank you to our amazing cast. And I think before we leave, let's all stand up and do a photo. Yeah, do you want to take a photo of the amazing cast?